to it as always. We have Tega Supreme. Morning, Tega.
Good morning.
I
Is
like
it
your.
morning yet?
No, it's night.
Okay, okay. This feels more like night.
It feels more like night.
Good
Good to
morning,
have you.
guys.
Oh, I see what you're wearing. I like it. I like it. I like it. You're repping the Wimbledon green top. Please go on to YouTube to find out to see Tega's fashion choice for this Monday
And they didn't
morning.
pay me. Oh, don't rep them like that.
All right, so YouTube is youtube.com/smooth981 FM Lagos. Please go on there. We're streaming live.
Send us messages on WhatsApp 0809 444 0981 or tweet with the hashtag lockerroom981 and follow the conversation.
Also on WhatsApp is 0809 444 0981. Let's go straight into our stories for this morning. We start in the place of women's football. Oshuala, as that's Asisat Oshuala, was in blistering form, scoring 4 goals as she led Barcelona to a 6-0 victory against Sacron in Saturday's Spanish Primera Iberdrola contest. Her feat included a hat trick, her first in competitive professional football, scoring a brace in each half of the match.
Yes, what can I say? She won African Women's Football of
I
the
was
Year.
going to say,
And
in your face.
she was like, let me endorse this thing. Let me validate this. I'm too. I don't want them to be a competition next time. I want to be sure when I'm going to collect the ballon, if I say Ballon d'Or. Yeah, well, we are looking at Ballon d'Or, but before then, I want to be sure when we are going to collect the CAF award that I'm the one. You understand? That I'm the boss lady. You understand that? I'm impressed. I'm impressed. But congratulations to her. It's fantastic. She's really becoming a key member of that Barcelona team. I remember when they first signed her on, it was 1 goal here, 1 goal there. Even in the UCL final where they lost to Lyon, she scored the only goal.
Oh, brilliant.
She tried.
She's definitely
But
putting her mark on.
yeah, but now she's leaving her mark in that they can't just let her go. Before they think about letting her go in Spain, it'll be a long board meeting with several family members. It'll be very hard. So congratulations to Sisa. She's just exercising her rights and dominating. And hopefully she can only get better and she'll bring those goals to Nigeria.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Well done. And we move on to talk Serena Williams now. She's won the Auckland Classic, the first title in 3 years. Well, Serena Williams won her first title in 3 years and first since becoming a mother with victory over Jessica Pagula at the Auckland Classic. Sam, 23-time Grand Slam singles champion, beat her fellow American 6-3, 6-4. She said after her victory that she would donate her prize money in Auckland and a dress she had worn to the Australian bushfire appeal. In her words, Serena said this, quote, "It feels good. It's been a long time. I think you could see the relief on my face. I've been playing for so long and been through so much, and I am happy to be doing something I love." I think this is the fourth win, fourth championship rather, in 4 decades.
Yeah, she's this her yeah her first championship in 4 decades. So she's won a title in every decade. Yeah.
Yes.
So congratulations to her. But what is most important is that she got to a final and she won it. Because after her maternity leave, she has gotten several finals. She just gets there, she capitulates, and that's the problem. But this one, she was able to hold her nerve, and you can say, yeah, but it's just Auckland. It's a smaller one. It's not like a Grand Slam. Yeah, but it starts from somewhere, and so when you start the year doing what you love to do best and then winning, I think she played excellent football. She still struggled in these finals.
Excellent tennis.
Sorry, tennis. Forget the results you saw.
Yeah.
She struggled because in the semi-finals she didn't spend up to 1 hour on court. 43 minutes she was done. That's the entire by the time they started to serve till the time the match ended. 43 minutes she's gone. But she did struggle with her nerves a little bit, and you could tell with some points where she struggled, how she celebrated each one, how she commanded herself, oh come on, oh you can't do this. So you could tell that she was trying to push through a mental barrier to get to the final result.
Yeah.
And then she did get the result. Yes, she's donating the money won for the Australian fires, and she's also donating all the dresses she wore for auction, and then the money goes into that. But that title was really, really important. So congratulations to her. Australian Open starts this weekend.
Oh.
Sorry, this weekend. Sorry, this Monday. So we wait to see how she can
I hope.
push. But this is a good way to build into the Australian
Yeah,
Open.
that's
Just
true.
prepare. No need for warm up again. You've already warmed up.
And I think it's really brilliant that she donated her
Her money.
prize money
Yeah,
and
yeah,
because the
yeah.
Australian Open has been a big part of her career.
Yes.
So it's great, and I think tennis should actually be, I mean, for tennis stars, as much as possible, should stand in support for Australia because
No, a lot of them have already been donating. And speaking of tennis, still ATP Cup, Serbia won it again. Oh no! Yes, Serbia defeated Spain in the final to win it by 2 matches to 1. Novak Djokovic and Nadal, of course, gave us an extra classic. It took us to the tie break in the second set. Unfortunately, Nadal couldn't push through,
Yeah.
and Djokovic was as clinical as possible,
Mhm.
and he won it. So congratulations to the men, to Serbia, on winning the ATP Cup.
Cup.
I still think it's an extra tournament in an already crowded calendar, and they
Mhm.
should find a way to discuss with Davis Cup, or they should do something else. But it's just too much tennis for the men tennis players to play. If I'm the one, since it's country, we'll send another player. You won't see me there.
Exactly.
As Nadal or Djokovic or as Roger Federer, I will not come for ATP Cup. It's just too much tennis. I'm
There
sorry.
must be something that's pulling them.
Oh,
because-
it's ATP Cup is like the UEFA Champions League.
Ah.
That's what. So you know how UEFA formed the UEFA Champions League
Yeah.
for clubs in Europe.
Yeah.
ATP Cup is like the UEFA Champions League for tennis, with ATP Tour. Davis Cup was founded by the International Tennis Federation. So there are two different federations doing this thing. But like I said, it's one tennis tournament too much, or in this crowded calendar. But who am I? I'm just Tega.
All right, just Tega, you say, but Tega the supreme one. All right, let's move on to more football. Real Madrid beat Atletico Madrid on penalties in Spanish Super Cup final. Thibaut Courtois was the hero for Real Madrid as they won the Spanish Super Cup final with a 4-1 penalty shootout victory over rivals Atletico Madrid. Courtois kept out Thomas Partey's spot kick-out after making a number of vital saves following Federico Valverde's red card in extra time. Oh, really?
Yeah.
As it ended 0-0 after 120 minutes.
Okay, I'll say this. Thibaut Courtois wasn't the hero. It was Fede Valverde. Atletico Madrid. Morata was going to score for Atletico Madrid in extra time, few minutes to the end of extra time. He was clear on goal. Fede Valverde saw him going, and Fede Valverde said, "We die here." And he took a red card for the team. Took him, he wasn't formal about it. He wasn't polite. It wasn't a civil discussion. He saw the guy going to score. He said, "This red card, I'm collecting it today with pride." He brought the guy down neatly. Like the way he fouled him, there was no way Morata could continue running. It was, "I will foul you, they will stretcher you off this pitch, and then I will take the red card." That was a man's decision made by a boy. And sometimes you need those kind of tough decisions to happen in that big game. Yes, some people will say, what if he took the red card and eventually Real Madrid bowed to the pressure? But for them, it was better to defend for the many minutes of the extra time than to concede a goal then and start to try and look for goals later. It was hard. They had played almost 120 minutes, no goals. So they were not going to score that day. Both of them knew. So anybody that scored that last minute, there was not going to be an equalizer. So it had to be one thing: collect the red card and let's play penalties. And that's what he did. So him seizing that clear-cut chance for Morata was what did it. Thibaut Courtois, with his heroics in the penalty shootout, is really a coin toss at the end of the day. Saul had also missed his penalty. He was looking at the goal. He kicked the ball away. Thomas Partey was saved by Thibaut Courtois, but at the end of the day, it came down to one thing. Again, in a cup final, Zinedine Zidane has outsmarted Atletico Madrid. In a cup final, Real Madrid has outsmarted Atletico Madrid. I don't know how they're going to get themselves emancipated from this slavery, but it's a tough one. Once they get to a final, for Zinedine Zidane, 9 finals, 9 cups. like 100%.
Yes.
Like he knows how to play cup competitions.
Because he's Zuzu.
Yeah, he may struggle with tournaments, with leagues, but when it comes to all those cup competitions that they have time, the guy knows, he knows what to do. And he said it when he first came, before the tournament, before their first game against Valencia. He said, we didn't come here to play. They didn't, obviously. They're going back with a cup that they did not deserve because they did not win La Liga, they did not win Copa del Rey, but they won Super Cup.
Cristiano Ronaldo continued his superb scoring form as Juventus won 2-1 away to AS Roma on Sunday. That's yesterday, and moved 2 points clear off at the top of Serie A. Now, Mary De Mira put the Italian champions ahead early on before Ronaldo fired home a penalty to double the advantage with just 10 minutes played. The result leaves Juventus on 48 points at the top of the table at the midway stage of the season, top ahead of Inter Milan, while Roma are fifth on 35 points. According to Juventus coach Maurizio Sarri, when he told the reporters, he said, quote, "We played well for a good 60 minutes and suffering at the Stadio Olimpico against Roma is almost inevitable."
Yes, I think Roma would kick themselves for starting the match very poorly. A catastrophic first 10 minutes, and it could have been first 20 minutes. It could have been, Juventus could have been out of sight in the first 20 minutes. They just didn't score a few other chances. But 2 goals in the first 10 minutes of the game, and Roma just looked hapless. If you were watching that match, you'd have just said good night and God bless. But somehow Roma came back in the second half, played a totally different football. However, again, they too was wasteful in front of goal, and they could just never find that equalizer, not to talk of the winning goal. But they did put off a top display, especially in the second half. For Juventus, they've done the job they need to do. They're now 2 points clear of Inter Milan, who struggled the day before, trying to get goals against Atalanta. Well, they tried to get goals against Atalanta for 60 minutes, and then they submitted to an Atalanta pressure for the last few minutes of the game. Atalanta could have gotten a win there. They got a penalty, but their goalkeeper saved the penalty. So Inter Milan survived and got a point. Now they're 2 points behind Juventus, but it's still close enough for you to say this is a dogfight, which is different from other seasons that by now Juventus is usually out of sight. But the battle for the Italian Serie A is still there. Anything could happen to Juventus next weekend, and Inter Milan will capitalize on that. So tight Italian Serie A this season makes it interesting for Ronaldo. Congratulations. He keeps scoring his goals. Yes, you say penalty, tapping, on a go.
Oh, no.
He's 14 now. Whether it's penalty, whether it's tapping, whether he just pushed the ball over the line, he's 14 goals now and counting. So congratulations to him, and congratulations to Juventus.
Cruz had earlier sent in a message saying it's Basbo's time was on locker room. The weekend was full of plenty wahala. He says, Stega, can Barca ever go for Zizou?
I don't think Zizou can go to Barca. He played for Real Madrid when that rivalry was rife.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, like you always say, show me the money.
I'm not sure. That guy.
Chiro Nancy says, watching the replay of the way Valverde fouled Morata, it was as if it was planned by Madrid team. Did you see the way Zidane tapped him on his way to the tunnel after the red card?
I said Diego Simeone was applauding it after the match. He was like, Diego Simeone said, I went to meet him and said, anybody would have done that. That was fantastic. So for the other coach to recognize that you took a man's decision, look. It will calm down. You are not scoring today because we can't score, so you will not score. Village people, that's how they did it.
That's a wonder, my boy. All right, good, well-deserved red card.
Thank you very much. We're going to break right now. When we come back, it'll be time to enter into the banter zone with Banter Better with Coca-Cola here on the Locker Room 981.
Oh, my Lord.
Okay, there's a message on Twitter for ATP Cup.
A message on
Twitter for ATP Cup, so we may perhaps start with that.
All right.
Okay, so
here, Emmerich.
it's only white people that do this stupidity. When the lion is hungry, we'll forget all these hugs. Are we fooling? I cannot play this kind of rough play.
Is it close enough? Is it close enough? Mike's up. Studio is live. When you hear the battle sound, you know it's time to banter better with Coca-Cola. This segment of the Locker Room 91 is brought to you by Coca-Cola, and there are a few rules for those who already are a part of the conversation or you've been a part of this segment and you know what it is. So here you send in your banter with regards to all the stories we're sharing with you this morning, but it's important to note that your comments must be clear of anything vulgar or insulting.
Yes, and like I said, coming up in the next couple of weeks, your banter, how interesting your banter is going to be important. But we start from this week. The best banter, as voted by you people at the end of the week, is going to the best person with the best banter, as voted by you at the end of the week, is going to be in the studio for next week. Yes. So
right, so the voice you heard is Tega Supreme, and she's joined this morning by Brutalistics. Good to have you, Brutalistics.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Hope you all had a great weekend.
Yes, we did. Thank you.
Brutalistics is not eligible for this banter sometimes.
Oh, he's not?
That's a good
Is
thing.
Valentine eligible?
No.
Is he not already in the studio?
Am I eligible? All right, I'm Ayomira Esse, by the way.
And I'm Valentine. Good morning.
All right, to take us through the next story, let's go in. Hope you're ready with your banter. Hope the boxing gloves are ready to go. Mikel Arteta says Arsenal players must step forward in strikers' absence. Arsenal head coach Mikel Arteta says his players have to step up and score goals in the absence of suspended captain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Asked whether the onus was now on other players to come to the fore, Arteta replied, they now have to make a step forward now he's not able to contribute to the team with goals.
I think the starting point is for these set of grown men to stop wearing diapers for 45 minutes in phases of the game. You can't come out and wear suits in the first half and then in the second half change and start wearing pajamas. It's not done. And I mean, that's a consequence of that performance that they had in against Crystal Palace. And when you think about it, you go back, it's kind of what happened to them when they played Chelsea. Had a good first half where they were leading and then sort of went into their shell. And it's that lack of a consistency. Look, granted, you probably give the team and the coach an out. They've probably not had the kind of preseason required to maintain those sort of levels through. But it's about game management and sensible, taking this pressing and all of that stuff, intensity in fits and starts. You know, when you don't have the opportunity to win, you defend and then you press and all of that stuff. And towards the end of the game, they almost took it with that Nicola Pepe shot that was saved. But going forward, he does make a valid point that the rest of the team needs